All right, we are live. Welcome. Welcome to a Saturday stream, and welcome to episode 6 of going over the Zeranny and Aztec Red noise functions and world edit expressions doc. Oh man, it's been a wild ride. We're about halfway through, almost exactly now. So it's been a long 6 episodes, but definitely educational, very much so for me, and I hope so for the rest of you as well. So yeah, before obviously we get into the doc itself, we gotta go over the builds and stuff. Been a while, of course, so probably quite a bit to go through. Probably have to scroll down a bit. I've seen that, but I don't think. Yeah, okay. So we are pretty far up actually. We've seen all that. I think we're probably around here somewhere last time. I do think I remember, yeah, that one. Um why did it just shoot us back down or whatever? That was strange. Okay, I think it just reloaded things. I don't know. Okay. Let's just start here. Wait, what? I just clicked on something and it shot me back down. What the heck? Let me click on things. Click on it. Okay. Okay. What is this? Oh wow, that's a lot of good round shapes for Minecraft. Doesn't even look like Minecraft anymore. Spaceship interiors. For real though, this looks like a whole different game. Straight up. Well done. I mean, that's impressive if you could just do that in Minecraft. So kudos to that. Nice. I like the change in shape there. The kind of looks like it's sort of unfinished, but at the same time not. Like the building itself, not the build. Like the church would be unfinished permanently. They just decided not to make it even or something. Is this just another? We've seen this? Yeah, it's just another close up of that insane build that we've seen. They just like posting a bunch of those. Uh, Worthy of it though, for sure. This is cute. Very is it Viking esque or what's it, Nordic? I guess. I like the low profile though. Kind of fits. Um, hmm. I don't know if I love the face, but I like the overall shape. It's very obviously, holding a thing, and then it's like deer hoof things. Oh, what the heck? Is this just showing the progress or just showing? Yeah, okay. I assume that's just showing the progress. Okay. What is this? What an ultra wide shot. That's some. I don't know if I like the one that's backed into these mountains, but I like these mesas just chilling in the sand like that. That's an interesting concept. Like the one where it kind of morphs into the mountains, that makes a little less sense. But I like the sand. That makes sense. That's cool. Um, and then the sand actually being pushed up against the mountains also kind of makes sense too. So that's nice. Just don't know about that part. The transition from a mesa straight into a black mountain. I don't know. It's the only like part of that I'm like, I don't know, but the rest of it looks really nice. Very nice to look at. Is that grass on top of the house? This looks like top down from, what was it? Minecraft Dungeons or whatever. Right? That's what it's called. I already forgot. I want to look at this terrain here. Nice mountains. Clearly world painter, but very good. Very nice texture, I guess. So there's that. Okay, let's continue on. What a shot! I like the pillars, the little ball pillars. Kind of actually feels realistic based on how wind and sand and stuff works. Just kind of pierce through chunks of it. I don't know, even though that's not actually how wind works. um, like those one mountains, those thin mountains in China, or whatever. I forget what they're called. They're not. Are they in China? I think they're just in Asia somewhere. Uh, I don't know if they're actually in China. That's probably wrong. Um, Interesting texturing. I don't like that there's like no windows, but I like the shapes and stuff and the colors, of course. Ooh, good old warship. That's quite the smooth curve going down there. I don't know about that. I like the details though. Wait, what did they use for the the like rope part there. It's really hard to tell what that. I guess that's just iron bars. That's cool. Nice little palace. I don't know, church castle thing. All of the above, none of the above. It's a cute little. It's like a suburban thing, but then you know you got the rich house at the end, the scary manor at the end of the block. Except that's not really scary. That's kind of just the rich guy. I was about to say rich asshole, but not all of them are assholes. Just most of them. No, I'm kidding, but most of the billionaires anyway. I will say that. Ooh, wow. I like the tree. I'll just say that straight out. The roots are really nice. This roof, these roofs are all kind of nice. I think they should have added more swirls just all around. I don't know why they only added like the one there, or the two there, I guess. They should have definitely gone with those swirls a little more. Those are a really nice touch. I like that. Especially since they have like so much surface area on these roofs in the first place. Like it just makes sense to add more swirls, you know? They should have ran with it. I like the shape though. Very good shaping of the roofs. Very creative. Oh look, we got a more wide shot of this whole thing. Yeah, I really like these cliffs over here. They're very was it Netherlands sort of cliffs? Very nice. Very nice. This looks like a D&D character. This looks like the crappy not I would say it looks like the crappy one. Looks like mine that I made a long time ago for my D&D campaign. I made my character in Minecraft to give it like a profile picture. What is this though? I don't. Goblin. It's just a goblin. Okay. It was like a Fulber halfling or something like that. I forget what it's actually called. Fulber? Filber? I don't know what that creature is called. The big gnarly dude, but like he's also a halfling, so he's like tiny, but like a gnarly little tiny dude. I don't think I did him quite right. Anyway, not the point. So, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. You need to blow me nose. Okay, so last time, let me quickly just kind of recap what we actually did last time. We went over this stuff, which is the Voronoi stuff mostly, the Voronoi noise. Voronoi. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, that stuff is essentially all that we went over, and we kind of went over the different stuff that's going on in the commands to make these different things and go from sort of crappy lines to thick lines to really nice, even lines, and just kind of showing the different methods of going between those. To get essentially the lines between the Voronoi instead of the chunks themselves, if that makes sense. Excuse me. So like this one, you can see there's just like chunks, and then, you know, if the blue was still here, there would just be a chunk of blue. But obviously we cut away most of that. And yeah, you can see the shapes that it sort of cuts out. And then we are essentially, with this stuff over here, just trying to get more even lines that are in between those chunks. So yeah, very, very cool stuff. Highly recommend checking out that episode if you have no idea what's going on, because this stuff is, I mean, or just look at the doc, because, yeah. Speaking of which, I probably need to keep putting that in the actual thing there, it's in the chat, so that you guys can see that, as well as putting it, of course, in the description for you guys to see. Okay, so let's go ahead and expand that and move on to the floating islands, or I guess kind of clouds if you squint a little bit. All right, so the goal. If we wanted to generate a large amount of floating islands, perhaps to build on, then the noise functions are perfect for saving us time it would take to terraform them naturally with world edit, blocks with sniper, etc. So, excuse me. Floating islands method. Quite simply, we take some noise functions and combine them to make terrain that looks how we would like it to. We will need to restrict the generation to this terrain to be in the sky, which we can do by manipulating the threshold to favor terrain in the middle of the world height. So, I assume that means not just our selection. But let's just go ahead. We'll just do it out here. That makes sense. Okay, so step by step. Without belaboring each function too much, we can use a mixture of Perlin and rigid multi functions to make interesting terrain. So Perlin and rigid multi, we have gone over a little bit of the above, so we won't go over too much of that again. If we start with just multiplying our noise functions together and comparing them against a set threshold at all points, we get this stuff. So, this lovely command. Oh, sorry, let me do this, because otherwise it won't be blue like that. Okay, so this is gen minus r, which gosh dang, I always forget what minus r is versus like minus c. So r is region or something like that. R is the c is coordinate. Gosh dang it, where is it? Where's the grid for it? How far do we gotta go? Okay, here we go. This is what we're looking for. So essentially minus r, it takes into account the coordinates instead of the seed itself. So c is sort of like where you are, or it will always be the same. Essentially, it'll take the same seed. So that's why we were able to sort of show the progression of this same seed with the different commands. And that's what we're actually going to be doing that instead of minus r. So just so you know, minus r is based on your selection. Minus c for us is the origin. So it's going to be the same every time. So yeah, just so you know. Moving down. Oh, too far. Too far. Okay. So yeah, we right here. In the above example, we could easily modify our seed frequency and scale and persistence values right at the start and end up with a vastly different output. So we'll do that. Aside from being a bit flat, this already gives us some interesting terrain that we could work with. However, let's instead increase the noise density, reduce the threshold in the middle of the world height, and have it reduced from their bottom up and down. Okay, so first let's just actually do that command with the selection that we had. And then we'll undo it and do minus C just to... Oh, do we actually have a selection? Let me make sure I don't have Gmask on it, or it's just taking a bit. Hasn't given me an executed thing yet, so could just be taking a minute. Hold on. We will... Okay, yeah, so it's not letting me do another point, so I think it's just taking a minute. Server having a hard time with that one. Okay, finally. So, essentially, these are the things that we can change up at the top here, and that's what this is talking about: seed, frequency, scale, and persistence. So this is our persistence, our scale, frequency, and seed. Okay, so yeah, we got some random stuff here. I'm gonna go ahead and undo that, and instead of minus R, we're gonna go back all the way here. Okay, and we're gonna go minus C. So that gives us the same seed, essentially, and stuff. So we can move our selection, getting the same result when we start to change things and stuff. So that's that. So let's just go ahead, Shift 100, and with all of the same stuff, basically just changing some of the frequencies and stuff like that. Actually, does it just change the frequencies and stuff here? M3 0.3. No, it changes something else. So it keeps everything else the same, but this is much more thick. And we'll get an explanation for that in a sec. But I want to see just the differences in the frequencies and stuff. So let's do like 0.09. And let's go m equals, I think we need to be like 1 through 8 or something like that for scale. So we'll just go with 8 and see if that gets it big enough. And then we'll do 0.5 for the persistence. We'll see what that looks like. That should be over here now. Might take a hot minute for the server to catch up, but yeah. Okay, so that is essentially the same seed and everything. We just shifted things, and it, you can see, I mean, it's got the same islands. It's just kind of started to add a little bit more. At least it looks like. Actually, maybe not. I don't know. Did we do, does it still have minus? Yeah, it still has minus C. Okay, so in theory, it should be. Am I? Okay. Hold on. Let's undo. And let's go back to something more close, and let's just change one at a time instead of changing all three. So we got 0.3 for that, and we'll just change the scale to 8, and then what was this, 0.35. Okay, let me see what that looks like when we just change one of them. Zero blocks. What? I don't have a G mask on or anything. Okay, 0 blocks. Okay, so frequency is too high. Okay. Again, all right. We got to go back up to look at the frequency like limits and stuff. I always forget about that. So, where's persistence? Okay, that's persistence. This is octaves. Threshold. Wait, what? Frequency. Okay, here we go. No. We don't want any of those. We want, what is, oh no. What is scale? Did we go over scale? Hold on. No, I mean, I probably did. I just don't remember. But I do want to find that just to make sure I know what it's tied. Or is that the same as something else that we went over? Maybe. Seed. We've definitely gone over seed and frequency for sure. Octaves and persistence. Okay, so is octaves the same as scale? No. It can't be. I think that's it. Maybe it's different in this command then. I don't know. That is a little bit more confusing to me. I don't know. I guess scale should be octaves. I'm assuming. So we're gonna, off that assumption, we're gonna go back up to the octaves thing here. So this is octaves, and that could be between 1. No, because that doesn't make any sense. Because in this command, it's already what, 3? Yeah, m equals 3. Okay. Hold on. Let me find the. Let me open this in a new tab, and let's go down to the key and just see the key. If you didn't know, the key's at the very bottom. All the way. Okay. I want to see what minus m is, if I can find it. I guess it's not down here. No. Okay. I don't know what minus m is. Okay. That's what's used to modify the coordinates. You can see an example under the coordinate selection where y divided by ... Okay. Let's go back up. Oh, no, actually, let's just keep the key down here. So then, hold on. Still, though, the question is, so it's what's used to modify the coordinates. So scale modifies the coordinates, which are essentially these things. The y divided by whatever, right? That's what you're saying? Okay, hold on. So we got 8. I did 8 and that didn't work, so let's just do 1. Let's do a smaller number. All the other same stuff. Okay. Yeah, okay. So 1 definitely did more. And then we undo. And in theory, if I put it back at 3, where's m equals 3, it should look the exact same as this because we did minus c, in theory, right? Yes, okay. So good. Okay. So that is the minus c that's making it look the same. I just want to make sure. Okay. And then, yeah, so that stretches it out. So you got no blocks because you stretch both the island and the gaps. Okay. Excuse me, sorry. Okay. Okay. Thank you. That makes much more sense. Okay, so what is sort of the limit then just with this one? So I assume if we make it thicker, which is the frequency, right? So if we do a like an 8, but we also do like is it less frequency that we want or more? We want more, right? So like 0.5, I think. Or is that still not enough or too much, maybe? I always try to like find that little limit. Okay, that scatters it quite a bit. That's different. Okay. So yeah, that's the frequency, I assume, that's scattering it so much. So let's undo that and let's do I hate that I have to click so far over, but I like for you guys to be able to see the doc. Okay, so let's go back down to 3. So that should be the same scale as this one, essentially. But we upped the frequency. Okay. So the scale seems to go down though still. I don't know. Okay. Let's just move on and see if we can understand this more if we actually read more, yeah? Okay. So do note that in the above we normalize our y level to be positive by adding 64. So this is this ABS stuff. Yeah, y plus 64, and then, oh, well, that's this specifically. When we get our distance from the y level by taking the absolute value of y minus half of the world height, we can then divide that by half of the world height to get a threshold from 0 to 1 in both directions. So this is what that's doing. It's essentially talking about this. So the THABS is just this is just half the world height. Okay. So I think so it's essentially squishing it if I'm reading that right. That stretches it out so you got no block. Okay, wait, sorry. You should probably use the minus R instead of minus C as this command is expecting real world coordinates with quite a tall selection. Okay. I mean, we'll do that. I always like to try to see the different. I like to see the differences, but fair enough. If minus R works better, we won't use minus C. Okay. Let's get a new selection. Let's do minus R, like with that same one, and just see what it looks like. Speaking of, so we still modified the frequency up here and the scale, but this time we use minus R. So it does have kind of more like big chunks, I guess, compared to this one. Like it's got quite a few more, it looks like. I don't know if that's just because of the seed. I mean, I guess down here it kind of doesn't look like it has as much. Then as you go up, it kind of condenses. I'm curious. Undo. Let's expand it like a lot more, and then do that again. The same command. By the way, at the end of the stream, I'm gonna try to remember to do that command that you gave me on the rainbow tree because I still haven't actually tested that. I completely spaced doing that. And I figured I'd do it on stream anyway. Do anything? Or is it, I think it's just taking forever, yeah. 30 seconds, nice. Solid. Okay. That, I mean, honestly, excuse me, sorry. That seems pretty even in terms of noise around, so I think my theory is false. Okay. Moving on. That didn't seem to have changed this stuff too much, just changing from -r to -c. At least visually. Kind of hard to tell with the okay. Oh, okay, fine. We'll do two different frequencies. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, all right, fair. So you're saying this high of a frequency. So let's do the 0, 3, 4, whatever. It doesn't matter. We'll just do 0, 3. Again, and then so actually we're getting even less than this one. So this is with -r, and then we'll shift it and we'll do -c just to kind of see the difference in noise and stuff. Okay, so there's that one. Wait, so I do still have it expanded 100 blocks, so it's weird that it's just like right here, you know? But this does look cool. I do like this look. This would actually look better, like literally just rotated, you know, this way. Just rotate it up so that these spikes are sort of spikes. Pretty neat. That's neat. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Let's go ahead, shift 100. We're going to do the same command, exactly the same, just with -c. And we're going to see what the difference is. Oops, I accidentally did pose 1 there. That's okay. Okay, here we go. Oh. Okay, so this is the seed that we were using over here, just with a even smaller frequency, so it just densed things up, I guess. It just, you know, it made things thicker. Okay, I can definitely see a difference. There's a little bit more going on with -r. Fair enough. Okay, let's go ahead and make a new selection so we can get on to the next actual command here and try that out. Okay, so we yeah, did we already go over that? Yeah, we normalize y. Yeah, we talked. Yeah, okay, yeah, right. Okay, so this is essentially, if I'm reading this right, it's sort of just taking the entire height of the seed and then just squishing it. Like, so that's what this part's doing. Like, it's taking, yeah, we get the y level, taking the absolute value of y minus half of the world height. So you're taking the world height and then just squishing it, or are you just taking literally half of it? In case you want to make more blocks appear, you have to lower the threshold. Okay. I mean, that technically just increasing the frequency did, I mean, it made more blocks. It was just around the blocks that I was already expecting it to, you know. But yeah, good to know, though, still. It means in the middle, I assume, sorry, I'm getting, my brain's all over the place. Okay, it means in the middle you get more terrain and less as you go up or down. Okay, the middle of the actual world height. So, okay, good to know. So, like, if our selection is, like, way down here, and we just kind of stick to, like, we're still in negative coordinates down here. And then we'll shift it and we'll expand vert, and essentially see the difference. So, this is this. And we're going to see just the difference of, because we're using a different selection, obviously, than they did. But, so yeah, this is what Zeranny is talking about. If created 0 blocks because we're literally in negative, and I assume if we just go, we actually don't need to shift our selection. Expand vert, and we do that same command. It should place some blocks around over here-ish. But what are we at? 172, that's about, yeah. It's about half of 380, I think. Was it 150? No, it's like one. It's like two. It's almost 200. But yeah, yeah, it should be like 180 when where the most of the blocks are. If it ever does it. Of course, the server just gotta just take its time as per usual. Okay. So lastly, tweak the terrain appearance. We can add, subtract from the noise values we have, and add some gaps to the central terrain. We can increase the threshold. Yeah, okay. So that's again what they as Tech was talking about in the chat there earlier. We can the threshold's the most important thing to actually add more blocks to it. Okay, there we go. Yep, and I was correct. So the most dense part is, let's see, where's our coordinates? 1. Well, I was expecting the most dense part to be like around 170, but it seems to be around more like 130, 140. Maybe even more like 120. Like, yeah, this part right here is just solid blocks. I think if we actually just, if we select like this value, what is this? 127? Watch this. I just want to see how hollow it is in there. Just from a sliver. Here's what I say. Yep, that's a solid chunk of blocks at 127 when we expanded vertically. So not exactly where I was expecting, honestly. You were correct because 64 got added to the Y value. So the command thinks 120 is 184. Oh. Okay, so it's not really counting the negative, or it is counting the negative. Wait, which one is it? Is it what is it? Is it because of the negative, or because it doesn't want the negative? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, that's cool. I like this. So we just want to go ahead. Let's shift. Oops. 150 or so that way. And let's do this again, and let's go ahead and change the frequency. So let's grab that, plop it in there, and let's just see how big of a difference that makes. So basically the exact same command, and we're going to just change the F to be a little bit, let's go with a little bit bigger of a number. So from 0.3 to 0. Probably like 8. Seems about right, because that'll make less blocks, hopefully. Oh, what? Whoops. Expand, vert, that's why. Forgot to do that because I forgot I selected that chunk in there. Okay, now we do that. That did have the frequency, right? Yeah, 0.8. Okay. Because the Y goes from negative 64 to 320, I just add 64 so it goes from 0 to 38. Oh, okay. Got it. So you're just not even counting the negative. It's not even a real thing in this command, essentially. But it is, but it's not. You're just pretending negative numbers don't exist, essentially. Even though they do. Okay. So, yeah. Excited to see what this 0.8 frequency is. And how much different that is. Okay, but good to know. Good to know, though. Now I understand. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. What is the difference between this one and this one? Did you just change m equals 3, 0.3, 0.35? Okay, what did you change in this one? That is our base shape. Wait, yeah, really though. What? So this is white, obviously white. P1, P2. What did you change? Okay. Is it to do with this? Plus 32. Okay, you bolded it. I'm dumb. I see. Okay. So this is literally just moving it up 32 blocks, I assume. Like taking everything we just did and then just saying move it up, move this chunk up 32 blocks. Right? Negative numbers suck. Sometimes. Yeah, no, negative numbers are not fun to like add and stuff. It's just, it gets so confusing. Okay. So that was a bigger frequency, so yeah, more gaps and more chunkity chunks. And it, as you can see, it does go down even further because of that as well. So the frequency does allow it to kind of allow the noise to go down further and up further, of course, too. Because that's literally the exact same command as this one. We just changed the frequency. That's literally it. From, what was it, 0.35 to 0.8. So yeah. That's the wildness that this noise can do. And you can change every single one of these numbers over here. So the F, the M, the P, and yeah. It's fun stuff. So, let's move on. With that, our base shape, we can texturing. Yeah, so that's the, I mean, we've definitely already talked about texturing and stuff. If you want to, I mean, we will go over one of the commands here in a little while, but when we get closer to wrapping up, we're not there yet. But yeah, the texturing will be interesting. I think, help me out actually. Is it, no, I need to, hold on. Let me, I forgot to bring up that doc. I need to pen that doc. I keep forgetting to do that. I'm just gonna go to, I forget what I called the doc too. That's why I need to do it. Here we go. This is what, okay, so this is just extra commands. This is stuff that you guys have told me in like, in the chat and stuff that at least that I have remembered to copy and paste into here. Let me actually put this in my folder. Okay. So yeah, this. These are the 3 different commands. I'm pretty sure this is the one that we need to do to replace, essentially, with sort of a thing like, where was it? Where's the terrain? This. Here we go. So yeah, we're essentially doing this, but we're gonna try to use this to replace glass because there is no hashtag. So like there's a hashtag wool, and that just gmasks essentially all colors of wool. But there's no thing for that for stained whatever glass. So yeah, it's dumb, but it's a thing. So we have to try to find a workaround, and I still haven't tried to use. I think it was Zeranny that gave me the command. I don't remember which one of you gave me it, but either way, Zeranny or Aztec gave me that. So, anyway, sorry. I'm getting distracted. Let's shift this over, and let's go back down to where we were, which was here. Okay. So, bounded terrain. So this is the difference between having essentially this hard line here and, well, as you can see in this picture over here, not having that hard line. But yeah, we ideally when we are making actual terrain, that's probably something we want. So this is probably something we need to pay attention to. So the previous example obviously generated floating islands filled up with, yeah, went up to the borders of our selection, just like I explained. So the method, achieve this, remember that noise functions return values within a range. We can use this to create smooth transitions between filled terrain and air. So recall, let's just go ahead and recall that example. Is it gonna pop me to it? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So recall this. If it loads, there we go. So yeah, just creating the terrain, but then having it sort of build up as we go by doing, you know, increasing things. So yeah, you're essentially increasing this part over here. Okay. Now, oh, well, we didn't need to go back. We can just close that. Okay. Moving on. Where we made the threshold depend on the current Y level. So the higher the Y level, the higher the threshold. Less blocks we let through to generate, but this time we want to have less blocks the closer we are to any border of the selection. So yeah, essentially no matter how big the selection is, closer you get to the edges. Curious how well this is going to work with something like a spherical selection or like a cylindrical maybe even. Hmm. Ooh. I have an even better kind of selection that, um, where is this? Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Aztec. Um, yeah. So anyway, I have an idea that I'm gonna try out when we get a little further along here and start getting some commands. Okay. Before we go further, let us agree on using normalized coordinates. So X, Y, Z. This will make everything easier. Let's start with noise function perlin 1 x y x y times 3 z 1 2 or 2 1 1. So I think this 2 1 and 1 is just what the x, y, and z are, right? Um, let's just keep reading and find out. The terrain is clipping at the borders, so here's where we build a dynamic threshold. Blocks close to the center have small coordinate values, while blocks near the sides have large coordinate values. Furthermore, it suffices to have one large component to be close to the borders. So while the block at coordinates 1 1 1 is on the border of our selection, 1 0 0 is on the border of our selection 2. So let's use the maximum of all three XYZ components, max XYZ, to determine the closest of every block. Also, don't forget that XYZ can be negative, meaning we want to maximize the absolute values, so the ABS. Because I think essentially, let's just actually go down here and let's make our selection in the negative just to kind of show what they're talking about here, hopefully. So let me actually... okay, now all of our selection is negative. Let's see if this does work. Or actually, wait, we need to use the absolute value one, I think. We're probably going to have to use this one. I don't know if this one's going to work if we do it in the negative. It does. Okay, okay. Good. That one doesn't have the absolute values, though, does it? So I'm curious why the S. Is it not that? It's normalized coordinate. Oh, okay. It doesn't. Okay, so this is because it's normalized coordinates. There is no minus R. Oh, okay, okay, right, right. So it's not using the stuff above. Okay, fair enough. Okay, thank you. So let's go ahead. We'll do this cube as well, just to see it. So we substitute this expression as the threshold for our noise function we got. So let me just do this. Oops, pop that in there. And it's again the 35 and then the data max is just making, and then this 14 and stuff is just making every color appear in this block right now. So if we do the same sort of thing and we go here to here-ish and just expand like 50 or so, cut that away, bam, yay, it's the same-ish, it's just not a perfect square. But yeah, no matter, I mean, it doesn't, the shape of your selection does matter on how big both the size of these are, so like the number of blocks that each color has, and the well, the shape, of course, too. But yeah, so moving on, let's go ahead and do the fun terrain part. So taking into account all that fun stuff, so basically combining this and this to essentially, we're using this to sort of detect where the blocks are, how far we are from the edge of the selection. So if it's in red, we're obviously on the edge of the selection. If we're in green, we're not at the edge of the selection, right? So at least I assume that's what it's sort of doing, right? Or is it not combining this? Hold on. Through making threshold larger, we get closer to the borders of the selection of the terrain. So the threshold max, data max. Okay, so yeah. I assume that's sort of the same kind of thing. It's just like, instead of color, it's just using the actual distance to the edge of the selection. I hope that makes sense. Probably not though. Okay, so let's go there. Let's plop that new command in. So the threshold. Okay, so how do we make the threshold? Red cube visualizes the threshold. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. So wait, how do we, is it the y times 3? What's the thing actually that we are changing to make the threshold change? Is it the y? I assume it's the y times 3 because that's the only like thing that you could possibly change in the command. I don't know. Let's just do it. Find out. Expand 50. I'm really glad that Aztac and Zeranny joined me for this stuff because obviously I have no idea what I'm doing normally. And I hope that it helps people to visualize this stuff when I do it myself. Okay, so plop that in there. Let's go y times like 7. 7. 7 is a nice number. Did I actually shift the... Hold on. Let me just copy that and... No. Okay. I just expanded it. That's what I did. Okay, my bad. Bam! That should put it over here somewhere. Alright, because that's the y, right? Where was the... No. Yeah, the y times 3 equals... Oh. Wait. Before we had Perlin greater than... Yeah, this is what... That's literally what I'm reading above there. But now we have Perlin greater than max xyz. Yeah, okay. So it is essentially the y that has to change. Yeah? I mean, obviously that made it much little thinner slices. Kind of looks like paper, or like, not paper, but, I don't know, I guess scales or something like that stacked on top of each other. Just like those just round plastic things, you know? Maybe some puzzle pieces stacked on top of each other. It also seems to have not connected the terrain as much. Like this one, you can clearly see that there's sort of connections going down from the Y, and this one there's clear sort of layers that are separated. And then as we get more towards the center, like we had over here, here we go. As we get more towards the center, it gets thicker. It's still the same concept, just without the edges being all the way to the side. Okay, cool. So now I am curious. We're gonna undo that. Actually, we'll redo it. And we're gonna shift 150 that way. And we're gonna do another one over here. And I just want to test something and see if I have any kind of clue what I'm doing. So if we get rid of this, and I just want to see what happens essentially. So if we do y or z times, like, I don't know, whatever, for the threshold, is that gonna change things? I think we have to do 1, 1, 2 as well. But I just want to see what that does. I want to, because it should, in theory, make it so that, actually, I have no idea what it's going to do, because that, the Z is a different, oh, it literally just rotates it. Oh, that's not what I expected. I'm not going to lie. That's different. But it's still going off of a coordinate system based on the, or no, is it? No. It's not going off of the 280 to, or 382, whatever, to 0, right? Because that's what was happening up here with this, but we're not doing that anymore. So how how does it know? Or no, we are, because we're doing this, right? But we're not doing the absolute values still influence them. Okay, hold on. Oria, no. Okay, so let me just shift 100 and expand 100 and do that same command. Just want to see what the difference is here and sort of the stretch. Because yeah, it's making it on the z-axis, which is this way, right? Facing, or is it, yeah, towards negative z, and well, positive z that way. Okay. And well, we didn't shift it over far enough, but okay. So this is just taking into to account the entire selection. Got it. This has nothing to do with the other, with this. Essentially, though we could probably throw this into the command, I'm assuming, into this command if we really wanted. Where is it? Yeah, this. Not exactly sure the correct way to do that, but doesn't really matter. Okay, so I think we'll start going into shaped terrain, but I'm not sure how far we'll get. Okay. Here we go. Let's make a new selection. So before we go into the actual example, let's experiment with expand on and fully understand what we came up with in bounded terrain, which is this stuff, which is what we basically just went over. But yeah, this is bounded terrain, which is, yeah, bounding the y, or rotating it and then bounding the x, or if you wanted to, the other way around, the z. I mean, to be fair, this is kind of really interesting terrain. Like, you could fill in another simplex along this angle here just to kind of give it some, you know, sand or something in there. Bam. Terrain. In a snap. In 2 snaps, I guess. Not a snap, right? Because you had to do 2 commands. Okay. Actually, we need to go back towards the rest of our crap. We need to stay a little bit more condensed so I can hopefully maybe actually make this into a schematic, or make it so that it's not so big that I can't put it into Sketchfab or something for people to look and admire it. Okay, let's just go right here. So we didn't actually finish reading this. In command 6.3.3, which is this one above, we use the expression max ABS x, or absolute value of x, y, and z, as threshold for noise terrain. Now, there is nothing stopping us from putting any expression we want in there. Let's revisit the 3 expressions from the generate selection, and just observe what happens when you put them as the threshold. So these are the 3 different ones. We'll start with this one, of course. So using a different block. What block are we using for? Light blue? Doesn't really matter. So essentially, for this one, it looks like we're just doing x plus z divided by 2, with all the other stuff being the same, essentially. And that essentially gets rid of 2 of the angles. I mean, it cut in there because it's not quite square enough. Let's do like 50 that way. Undo. Do that one more time with hopefully a little bit more square of a selection, so it looks a little more like this one. So yeah, if we put the absolute values as a threshold, essentially, so the threshold x plus y, we get just one corner sort of starting to get pushed in. And which corner is this? So this is the, what is it? ZX. Z and X corner. So the positive, both positive Z and X. So I assume that if we do negative X, wait, do I need to do more brackets around this just so it like reads as the negative? Plus negative Z? Oops. Wait, undo. Well, it did fill it in, so I assume it was supposed to do the other side. Hold on. Undo. Shift 150. And if we do negative Z and negative X, it should, in theory, do the other corner. The other end. Let me get rid of F3, sorry. Right? Yeah, nice. Okay, good. I do know how to write some expressions. Good. Okay. Good. Okay. And then I assume that it just depends on how we put in the X and the Z to get the other corners. So if we do a positive X and a negative Z, it'll do the other corners, and yeah, vice versa. And moving on, I assume we just need to do all three of them, which is just X times X and X times, or Z times Z, instead of, well, plus. So we can just get rid of all this. X times, whoops, X plus. I actually want to know if it would have worked without me doing all that bracketing. I'm curious. Sorry, Z times Z. Okay. And that should be all we have to type. Wait, oh crap, I didn't shift the selection. I gotta undo that. Shift 150 this way. Then do that again. That should be over here, I think. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Though that doesn't quite round it off nearly as well as, of course, before this stuff on every edge. So, actually, wait, is that command's not the same, right? Yeah, we are doing a dividing by 2. They are not. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so the dividing by 2, I'm sure, is what made the border be like that. Let's actually do that one more time, and then I just want to see the difference, actually. So we're essentially doing it, like, do both of them, but then do the border as well, so it's just kind of doing the corners on that one. Yeah, here we go. Oh, that's very weird. Yeah, so it does sort of just, like, cut off the corners when you do the divided by 2. Just barely rounds them off, essentially. You know? That's so weird. Huh. That's cool. Okay. Well, good to know, though. If you want to divide it by 2, bam. Easy way to round off just the corners and keep some straighter edges. And the next one here is doing the threshold with the absolute values, and then I'm not sure what the -1 is doing, if I'm being completely honest. Compare these images with the current commands. Uh-oh. Nope, don't have access to that. Wrong doc link. Okay. Fair enough. Good thing it didn't work then. Okay. Yeah, I still don't know if I understand what the -1 is for here with the absolute values. Is that something we've had to put in up here as well? So like that's different. Not that, but I mean, they are doing the multiply by that. So is the negative? No, the -1 can't have to do with anything else because there's nothing else in the command yet. It just has to do with the absolute value. So this threshold equals all the absolute values -1. So all the coordinate absolute values -1. Okay. Well, let's do it. Obviously, I need to do it, but that kind of seems like it's doing the same thing that I was doing before, except it's kind of, whoops, nope. Like, so it looks like this one, but it's sort of curving at the top and the bottom instead of just cutting off the corners. So like it's cutting off the corners and then it's also sort of cutting off the bottom and the top and then keeping sort of some flat edges. So let's do that. Do that one more time. And then, of course, if we change the y times 3 to something else, that'll change the blocks that are actually going in there. So shift 50 again. And we do basically that same command, and we just do, let's do like y times, like, yeah, 7 again. Because that should do that really, it should thin out these disks, essentially. Yeah, nice. And if we wanted, I actually don't know what the smallest you can get is, but I want to try like 0.7. Just see how sort of dense that makes it. If it's even, or if it's just gonna make like a solid block of, or chunk of blocks. Oh, okay, yeah. So that obviously that's very dense, and that is a little bit more smooth. Like that makes a nice little mountain. If we kind of expanded that up, we could easily make a nice little terrain out of that. Course. So yeah, there's just so many different things you can do with these commands. It's always worth experimenting more than I am as well. If you are seeing this stuff for the first time, don't just take my experimenting as like the end all be all, because there is way more to do with this stuff. I promise you. Okay. Shift at 150 again. Okay. So actually, before we get on, I'm gonna take a quick little BRB, because yeah. Okay, whew, sorry about that. We're back. Let's do this. Did my lights turn off? They did turn off behind me. They've been doing that. I need to turn that stupid thing off. This is bad. I knew that was happening. See, that thing is supposed to be always on. Whatever. Behind me, but whatever. At least I can turn it back on with my phone. I don't have to get up. All right. The things. So, sorry. Compare how the expressions work when they are used threshold instead of used for coloring. Hold on. Let me do what they're telling me to do here. Wait. Oh, okay. Their special doc. Okay. Oh, okay. So they're essentially talking about the difference between this, and this. Okay. Yeah. Got it. We again go back to this. See, yeah, this is where remembering what's in the doc is important, which I do not do. Thank you, Zeranny. Yeah, okay. That makes a lot more sense. So it's essentially doing the difference between x times x and z times z, which was this one. Or no, sorry, this one. Versus the ABS thing, which is essentially every corner gets trimmed down instead of just the edges and not the top. So like the top here, flat. The top here, flat, but then also curves down into the rest of it. So yeah, it cuts off the corners, as you can see. And then, you know, of course, the more we mess with it, we could also get, I think if we combined this one sort of more indented and then with this ABS, that should give us something that's just more of like a clump that doesn't have any flat edges. I actually kind of want to try something like that. Hold on. So, this ABS thing here, in combination, but that doesn't work because we would have to do both the z times z plus x times x as well as the. Can you do both? Can you just put both of them like after the bracket? Just put this one, and then put the perlin. I don't think that would work because that's two thresholds, and then it's like another threshold. Only one way to find out, I guess, right? Huh? Let's just do it. So we grab that, and then we grab this. No, it'll overwrite. Yeah, that's what I figured. I just want to see what it does anyway. So yeah, you do that. I just want to see what it tells me. I forget where our selection is. We should be like over here or something. Or if it just does nothing. Like I want to see what. Okay, so it just okay, it just did the second one, I assume. Yeah, it just did this one. Yeah, so it just ignored completely the other one. Okay, so then could you in theory do that actually as attackers or any? Like could you combine? All right, are we going to be doing that? And I'm just a dumb. Yeah, okay, we're going to be doing that. I'm just dumb. All right, it looks like anyway. Yeah, because we're essentially making a little clump of a little ball. That's fun. Yeah, okay, so yeah, we're going to be doing that. Let me not get ahead of myself. I just wanted to see if there's an easier way, you know? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let's continue, because obviously we're going to get there. The noise terrain takes the shape of extensions. What is this little like exclamation point? Have you used exclamation points before? I'm not like judging or anything, but that's just it's very odd of place, I feel. Anyway, isn't that cool? Let's try to understand what exactly is I'm being judgeful. Don't actually change it. I'm being an asshole. All right, let's try to understand what exactly is going on in detail by using a similar expression for the threshold. Y plus 1 divided by 2, display the value of our noise function, returns through the data input, data per lin, 6.99. Nice. Okay, why 6.99? Like, for real though. Okay, hold on. Let's, oh, nope, paste that in, okay. Let's plop it right around here. Okay, yeah, there we go. Oh, okay. So, question now. If we do shift, because our selection is at the ground right now, what if we go 150 blocks up into the air and do that same thing? Is that gonna do the bottom like oh god, where's the other one? Like the white ones that we were doing before. Or is wow, the lag, sorry. Okay, no, so it is literally shifting up that whole thing. Okay, so it's not the same as doing this stuff. So this right here. Berlin multi. Okay. Yeah, this is a little bit more complex. Though, this is some straight up, like, terrain generation right here. Like, there's your cave, right? There's your just regular terrain. This is just what Minecraft uses, except they try to get rid of these floating things as much as possible. Alright, anyway. Boom. Let's actually go... Yeah, we'll go this way. Actually, no, we'll go back. Okay. Just trying to optimize my space so I don't keep using so much. I should have made another giant grid, but whatever. It's fine. Organization is for the people who are organized. Let's be honest. Anyway, on the left is the output command 6.4.4. On the right is the same, but every block is placed. Do you see how one could get from right image to the left? Let's see if we can see how that would happen actually. So, I mean, I assume we just get rid of this, get rid of the threshold, and then it does it, right? Let's see if I'm right without reading anything. I doubt I am, but, you know, sometimes I am. Oh, wait. Okay. Did I not shift it? Yeah. Okay, and then we just do that same chunk without the beginning part. Nope. No, okay, hold on. Right. So this is the y plus 1. We just need to do threshold equals like 1 or whatever, right? I don't know what I'm doing. I've already forgotten how things work. Let's be honest. Nope, let's pop that other one back in, right? Okay. 1. Right? If I do that, it should just make a cube, right? No, I'm an idiot. I'm assuming I'm an idiot. I don't remember how this works. Wait, yeah, this one works with just the purlin. What am I doing wrong? Hold on. Threshold, did I... Oh. Purlin, yeah, is that what I need to do? No. No, because then I still have a threshold. Do I just do this? No, because then that'll get rid of things. I don't remember what to do. Okay, help me out, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. No, I don't see it. I'm an idiot. Okay. Let's just continue on. To phrase it more generally, as our threshold becomes smaller, we get more. As our threshold becomes larger, we get less. Gradually across the different directions. So, this is how all the commands can create such transactions between air and terrain. Scroll up again. Try to visualize this effect in your head. Through previous examples. Right. So, I mean, again, we're going back to that cube thing, but, like, this is essentially doing, or, sorry, no. This y plus 1 is essentially just doing that. So, we just do, oh my god, I already, x plus z plus y, right? Or, wait, no, hold on. What, that's not the right command. Is it? There we go. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so we just do y plus z plus, oops, x, and then get rid of this. And that just does all of the coordinates together, right? I'm genuinely, I'm determined to get this. Nope. Wait, what? Hold up. No, that's just doing the, oh, wait. That's just doing, okay, that's doing the different coordinates positive, right? Y, x, and z, and it's just crunching in. But oh my god, what is it? What is it? Y plus Z plus X, and then you just do the other one? No, because you can't just do the opposite of it. Just... Oh my god, I feel like I'm so stuck, but I shouldn't be. Oh my god. Thresh equals X comma Y comma Z. No, that's not a thing. I feel like I gotta put them in at least in brackets, right? Or something. Nope, still not a thing. What is it? Am I wrong, or did you skip the paragraph our noise functions return? Did I? Probably. Our noise functions return values between 0 and 1 are, so yeah, x is 0 at the bottom of our selection and 1 at the top. Thus, the higher R within the selection, the stricter our threshold becomes at the top. Only see. So you're literally just expanding the selection. That's all, right? The lower at the top we only see red blocks. This is where the noise function return values close to 1. The lower we go, more layers. Yeah, okay. I remember what layers, because yeah. Noise function allowed through to see how in the left image, the lower we go, the more layers colors are introduced. Yeah, no, I read that. I still don't understand. Doesn't mean I get what I read. Okay. So yeah, I still don't understand what I'm so am I just changing? I can't just be changing the selection. There's got to be a way to just do this without changing the selection. Just make this a chunk, right? I shouldn't need to change the selection. And I still don't understand how that works. So y plus 1 divided by 2 is 0 at the bottom selection and 1 at the top. Yeah, so that does have to do with the height of the selection, but there's right. So like, but then there should be something I could do to just make it solid blocks without having to like expand my selection up or down or left or right. Right? Am I crazy? I feel like I'm an idiot. It's fine. Shift 150. Okay, let's do this again. So we got this. Nope. Equals 0. Of course it's 0 and not 1. I was close. I was really close, guys. I'm just an idiot. It's fine. Okay. But 0 does make more sense than 1. To be fair. Okay. Right. Threshold is just nothing. Yeah, there is no threshold. So you just go to the edges. Got it. Duh. Okay. Yeah. See, I should have known that, but I'm just, yep. All right, now let's make a sphere, but with all the colors in it. That's really cool. Okay. Let's look at, I don't actually know. Oh, yeah, we did that. Okay. So let's try to look at one more expression of our threshold, the expression x times x plus y times y plus z times z. So all the coordinates getting scrunched into each other from every corner. That's what I was talking about before, earlier. That's exactly what I was trying to visualize, except I wanted sort of, where is it? Yeah, this, but just a little crumped ball, and I think we're gonna get there. So I'm not gonna worry about it yet. We're getting there. Okay. So let's go over here, and then we go and we'll actually plop that in there. So this is where the z times z plus y times y, whatever. This little chunk here is that, and then we are doing all of the colors with this 14 and the data equals stuff. Just so that's clear. And we have gone over that stuff in previous episodes. Okay, and there's our sphere. Let's go ahead and try to get the center of this. So here, and we'll go down to here and cut that away. Blah. Bam! Yay, we made a sphere with all the colors in it, which is actually really cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's it's kind of like being able to make. And if you want, let's go ahead. Actually, wait. Oops. We need to put this over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and make one more, and we're, instead of 14.99, we're gonna go down to. Let's do. How many layers are in the Earth? Hold on. How many layers are in the Earth? One. So we got crest, the mantle. The mantle looks like two parts though. It's like the soft mantle, the hard mantle, or whatever, and then the outer core and the inner core. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got 5. So really, we just need to go to 5.99, right? I think that's just 5 colors that it'll do. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. Hold on, let me redo the selection. I forgot that the selection, I changed it because I did that cutout. Try to make it a little more even of a square and sphere. Okay, 5.99 again. But as you can see, it was already ending on green, so it did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It actually did 6 layers. So, but that's okay because green kind of makes sense to end on, and you can kind of mix in blue to be the ocean or whatever. And now, if we go and we cut this away, we could easily also, we've gone over ways to just, in the snap of a finger, recolor this. Of course, if you were actually making this the Earth, you'd probably want to make it more perfect of a sphere, but for our sake, I'm not going to worry about it. Cut. Bam. Easy Earth diagram thingamadude. And honestly, that's... So I'm just going to show you the picture that I got from Google there. That's pretty close to... Oops, I don't want to take that whole thing. That's pretty close to what it looks like. Let's put that over here. Like, in terms of scale, like on each of them, just happenstance. Green obviously needs to be thinner. The green needs to just be one layer, but we could easily just get rid of green and then just replace around the yellow. Anyway, yeah, very cool. Different ways to do stuff. Easy way to make Earth. Somebody do it. Okay, now moving on. Sorry. I think we're almost, yes, now we are finally to the part where I was like, yeah, this is what I actually want to be able to do. Now, what if we find the result too broken up? Wait, did I read this last? Thus, using as threshold, the terrain being the center or selection, like a sphere. Yeah, okay. I mean, basically explained why that happens anyway. Yeah, so it's essentially doing, again, where did you... Nope. Dang it. Wrong command. This one. There we go. It's essentially doing this stuff again. Except it's using this to make a sphere, essentially. I think we did that before. Did we do that up here? I don't think we did do that up here with this stuff. We didn't really just make a sphere, just a regular one color sphere kind of thing. We definitely waited until down there. Okay. Anyway, moving on. We're almost to basically where I'm going to end it up, which is... I think we'll end it up where this goal is here. Yeah, we'll end it here. I don't... Is there supposed to be like another... Because usually when you have goal, you have some kind of... Yeah, like this, right? Like you have a bolded thing. But I mean, I guess you are still talking about shaped terrain. Oh, we're just... No, never mind. We're just finally getting to the goal. Got it. Okay. Yeah. I think we'll still end it there anyway. Because we'll have to go over this again anyway, the next time that we start getting into this actual terrain generation and stuff, because I'll need to understand that again. Okay, so sorry, I haven't been reading your guys' comments again. Threshold equals 1. Strict. What are these arrows? No blocks. Threshold equals 0. Lane it. Lenient. All the blocks. Okay, yeah. Got it. So 1 is, yeah, so when I was doing threshold equals 1, basically is what they're saying. It's just, that's no blocks because it's strict. And then the lenient one is all of the blocks because, yeah, threshold equals 0. Whatever. I'm not going to go back to it. Okay. So let's go ahead and copy this one in here. Let's plop that in. Oh, wait, what? I had 150 types before it. My bad. Okay. Now, what if we find the result too broken up? What if we want to be even closer to a perfect sphere? What would we need? What we would need is a way to make the threshold expression translation 1 later, faster, something like this. So are you saying if we want it to be a perfect sphere no matter what selection we have? This way, the transition between the air will be squished into outer parts of the function. And the function in the diagram x. Wait. Oh, this duh. Is what happens when we apply our threshold expression. So, it's essentially saying before it's a straight line, after it kind of curves and exponentially goes up into, so like, no, that has nothing to do with these, right? Or does it? I mean, we're essentially still talking about what it would be like to use a graphing calculator, only be able to use it in a specific selection with it, and the ability to just change any parameter in it in like the snap of a finger rather than having to like wait for the the calculator to figure it out. And yeah, of course, the coordinates are a lot easier to type in because, I mean, if you have power tools, you can just obviously click with tools, or you can just do, //1 instead of having to type literally the coordinates in like you would in a calculator or something. Yeah, we're essentially, we're getting into the graphing calculator stuff now. I mean, we have been for a while, but that's essentially what this stuff is, if you're really curious. And that's why I struggle with this, because maths, that the algebra was not my strong suit in high school. I won't lie. I didn't get bad grades or anything. I wasn't excelled at it or anything either. It wasn't an AP or anything like that. That's for sure. I didn't enjoy it. There's that. And it's catching up to me. Anyway, I'm trying my best. So yeah, now we're getting into the whole cosine over stuff and all that. Okay, so keep in mind though that yet again, put any function you want. In this case, it was x square root of 8, I guess. But we could also could have been like 1 minus the cosine of the pi, 1 minus cosine times pi x divided by 2, or whatever. Holy balls, yeah. What a tiny little expression. What a fun little thing that you could just barely even read because it's so tiny. How do you even type that into Minecraft? Oh, that's cool. I don't think that's how that works though. I think it needs a divided by, and I think you probably have to put this and this for that to be proper. If you wanted to actually type that into the command, you couldn't just type it obviously like this. Yeah. Anyway, finally, using what we've learned, let's create an actual epic piece of terrain, and we will do that next week. This week, I want to test out what we did last week with some of the more fun commands. Again, where is that? Where did I put it? I don't know what happened to what did I do with the doc? Did I put it in? No? Expressions, expressions, expressions. Is this it? No. I must have accidentally closed it. Hold on, let me re-open. My bad. Okay. Sorry about that. So, we need these commands. And I want to see now, because I have updated World Edit, and I am on 1.19.3 now. I want to test this out. Don't remember. Did I set... Yeah, I did set a home to it. Good. Because I don't know where it is in this world. Oh, wait. This is not the other one. Where's the other one? The purple one. I guess it doesn't really matter. But I do want to... Oh, this is the original one, right? This is the one that we didn't change the leaves of earlier. So, you know what? We'll just use this one. It's fine. I just want to see if it works, honestly. And we might even do the other tree if it works. So, this is from, I think, episode 5? I want to say. Let me make sure. Yeah. Episode 3. Episode 3? Really? Wow. Oh, no. We're on episode 5. What am I talking about? I'm dumb. Oh, man. Getting mixed up with my Chaos Mod episodes. Sorry. Okay. So, let's plop that command in. I think we selected it, right? Let me do that one more time just to make sure it's actually selected properly. Okay. Plop that in. 0 blocks. Okay, hold on. Was it this one? Was the other one that should do it? 0 blocks. Don't have a G mask on or anything like that, right? 0 blocks. Okay. This is the command you guys gave me, right? Ooh, ow. Ooh, sorry. That was a hell of a crack. Okay, let's do the selection one more time just to make sure. Boom, boom. Boom. Okay, yeah, that command you guys gave me ain't working. I will throw that to you guys again in case that's not the correct one. Or maybe it's this top one? No. It's definitely not the top one. It should be this one. Right? It should be the... You did the query relay to be detecting for glass blocks, essentially, right? But I don't really see how that detects for glass blocks. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let me go back and let me see if I can find that other tree actually again, because I do want to. I want to show you guys the power of this stuff, of course. And what I did before, if I can find it. Let me actually go home noise functions too, because it should be closer to this than wherever I am now. There it is, yeah. Okay, so here we go. Here's the original one, and yeah, you can see. We changed those rainbow leaves using the palette down here, and some commands we learned before in the doc, but I was trying to see if Zeranny and them knew the T == 95 is checking for stained glass. Oh, okay, the and T equals, but it didn't work. I'm just, it still didn't work, or at least it didn't see. So this is what should be checking for the stained glass is what they're saying here. The T == 95, and then this query relay is what's making that happen, essentially. Why is it making me highlight that? Okay, there we go. This query relay. At least I think that's what you guys told me, right? So try increasing the F point to F, or F 0.03 to an F0 or F.1. So this needs to be 1. 0 blocks. Let me try this. I don't know why this would matter, but if for some reason maybe it needs to be moved down to the ground, I don't know. Delete rel from query rel. Okay, I think you told me to do that before too. That's what I say. Let me put it down on the ground. Just, I don't think that should make any difference, honestly, but I mean, less shadows anyway, less lag anyway. Easier to select too. Okay. Bam.